What's up, guys? It's your boy John, Ellie in the mix.
Yep.
And welcome back to The Rundown, baby. That's right, The Rundown podcast. You already
For
know.
real.
And what's the topic of the day?
Sheesh.
MLS semifinals,
We're getting closer.
conference finals.
It's a big week.
Now the finals. So let's start off with LAFC, the team of the year,
Bro.
versus the Seattle Sounders,
The team of the decade.
team of the decade. And what a game it was. Ended 3-1. Goals from, oh, you're going to have to help me out.
The boy Ridas.
Ruidas. That's from Sounders. How many did he score? He scored 2.
Yeah, he's
Peruvian.
Peruvian. Yo.
And Jones. One from Jones. And then, of course, LA. Rodriguez scored for LA.
Antuesta.
You know, let's get to it. I mean, Ellie, I know you got a lot to talk about on this one.
This was big, man.
This one's a big one for you.
Yeah,
Well,
honestly,
for me too, actually.
Honestly, I like LAFC, man. Like, the team is just... it's kind of unreal. It's one of those teams where, like... they're kind of like the Galacticos, where, like, they're insane. The whole squad is, like, kind of sick. They had a lot of people, a lot of players. One thing I want to start out with is... I was saying this last podcast... Or I've said it in a podcast before it was when we did the rundown on Vela and we talked about LAFC. I talked about blessing.
Yeah.
And I also talked about how, like, the whole LAFC is not really just Vela. It's like the whole strike force is kind of sick. And I kind of got to see what I was talking about come to life. So, you know, first half, it was good. It was 1-1. And, like, everything was pretty, like, spicy and, like, they were doing good. And honestly, I thought LAFC was going to take it regardless. From, like, the first half, I was like, oh, yeah, like, Seattle Sounders, they got a nice shot in. It was kind of like, you know, like, it was, like, kind of lucky, I guess, in my opinion. But afterwards, you know, second half came in. Blessing came out. Someone else came in. And that changed the whole game.
Yep.
It literally changed the whole game. Like, Vela was getting no assistance anymore in the midfield. And, like, dude, Blessing runs up and down like the whole game. Like, he's like this small little player, but, like, he just goes up and down. You know, he's Nigerian, so, you know, that boy got pace. That man got pace. So, like, after that, that's when Seattle Sounders. That's when Seattle Sounders really started going in, dude. Like,
I remember when you mentioned that Blessing was like a big component for LAFC.
Yeah.
I really looked into it after you told me, and I was like, wait a minute. This man's right.
And
like,
it's one of those games. It's one of those players that, like, when you see him live, you'll really understand that, like, he's so impactful in every freaking play. Like, he's always there. He's always, like, something. He's part of something.
He's
like,
an engine.
Always. Yeah, like, he's like the engine behind the team. It's like,
he's the engine.
You think it's Vela? Like, Vela's, like, good. He's dangerous. He adds, like, dangers to the field. He can score. He can assist. He could do, like, almost everything, right? But Blessing is like a Nagby on steroids.
I wanna.
He keeps the ball moving. He goes up. He goes down. Like, he's sick, man. Like, he's a sick player.
I want to put it in this example. You got Vela. He's like the spear at the helm, I guess, of a ship. Vela's the spear, right? But Blessing is the power, I guess, behind that spear.
Yeah.
You know, I see Blessing now like that because ever since Ellie mentioned to me that Blessing was a big component to LAFC, I really looked into it and I really analyzed it. Blessing runs up and down, gets the ball, takes it up, you know, and just full circle, keeps going. Complete engine and the full definition of an engine in LAFC. So
yeah,
I mean, you got Rossi. I know he's been a big component.
Oh wait,
as well.
He's from Ghana. My bad.
Oh,
let me fix that.
Ghana.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, it's like he's African for sure, but like now it's Ghana for sure, and he's young.
Yeah,
he's 22 about to be 23 in December. My man, young. Honestly,
he has a future.
I've been saying this behind camera with John. It's like, I hope Atlanta buys him.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, we need him.
He's so sick, man. He's so sick.
I hope you guys. Once you see this video, once you see us really talking about Blessing, I hope you guys look into Blessing's like following game whenever LAFC plays again, and just really observe him, and you'll see what we're talking about. Like the man is an engine.
Yeah,
but
He's so humble too. Like,
Yeah, he is.
he doesn't say anything. You know, Bella. He lets Bella shine, and he's like, yeah, whatever.
I do what I do.
Yeah,
I do what I do. And that's the thing I want to get to. Like, LAFC has surprised the whole MLS.
Yeah.
I feel like because of Vela's given LAFC a lot of confidence, you know? And this is, of course, on IG and stuff. This is social media, but I see a lot of LAFC fans kind of, you know, kind of like pumping their chest out a little bit like, oh, yeah, we got this season in the bag.
Yeah.
Well, boom, boom, boom. Seattle Sounders 3-1. Hit them where it hurts.
Yo, Sounders played amazing.
But here's the thing. Like, I honestly, I was scared of LAFC.
Yeah. I think everybody was. And the funny thing is, like,
they were meant to win this. They really were. Like,
they
sorry.
They choked. They choked. That's it. Because honestly, like, Sounders came in, they played their best game. Sounders played their best freaking game. And
they were clinical.
And LAFC just kind of didn't play their best game.
That's like, what it really falls on too. Is who's willing to do it all.
Yep.
And LAFC, I'm sorry, you guys have been consistent since day one. Have had an amazing record.
Yeah.
Carlos Vela beaten the MLS record for most goals, and that record didn't even last a year? It did not last a year.
Yeah.
So you guys had all the components to win this.
Undefeated at home.
Yeah. You guys had all the components to win this.
Perfect record.
Everything.
Best striker.
Everything.
Like, everything. Literally.
You guys were in Atlanta United times 2. Like, you really were. You guys had everything. But of course, you guys couldn't make it. Seattle Sounders came out, you know, said, you know, we go to the finals for a reason. You know, we're experienced. We do this all
Seattle
the time.
Sounders dumb experience, dude.
4 years. What is it? 4 times or 3 times in the final? Because they weren't in the final last year versus.
I think it's 4 to 5 times. It might be 5 times. Dude.
I think it's 3 to 4. It could be in between there. 3 to 4.
3 to 4 or 5.
3 to 4. I believe it's 3 to 4.
Yeah, and so Sounders have been popping off. And honestly, I think South Americans in MLS have been popping off.
Yeah.
Ridas popped off big.
Shout out to Peru. Shout out to all my Peruvian friends.
Yeah, honestly, I saw some comments down like in a section when they were talking about the MLS and the whole game, and like there was people who were like, man, I wish Ridas played like that in Peru. Because he had a game of his life. He literally went in.
And we loved Copa America this year. We watched a lot of, like, especially Peru.
Yeah,
they were killing it.
And honestly, the game between LAFC and Seattle Sounders was way better than the game with Atlanta United versus Toronto.
So let's get
Atlanta
to
United
it.
versus Toronto game.
Atlanta versus Toronto, baby.
That was boring, man.
Let's get it.
That was straight boring.
Let's talk it out.
That was a boring game.
Let's talk it out. All right.
I'm mad at Atlanta. I'm mad at Atlanta's defense.
All right, so let's get to it.
I'm gonna put it out there.
Let's get to the topic. What we need to talk about more than anything for Atlanta versus Toronto. Atlanta, you guys have been absolutely amazing this year. You guys have won your trophies. You guys won the MLS Cup last year. Awesome. You guys won Campeones Cup versus a Mexican team, which has never been done before in MLS history. Never. We're the first team to do it. Awesome. We won. I can't remember what other trophy we won. We won another trophy against, I can't remember the team, but I know we won another trophy. Basically, we had a great season.
Yeah, we had a great season. Honestly, for having a new manager too.
That too.
First year new manager.
And having a rough start to the season
and then having a key player leave.
Yes.
And having to
huge player.
Yeah, and having to switch, things around, and starting off like super hard. Like,
bad.
Atlanta had the worst start ever.
Yep.
And ended up like turning that back, and like at the beginning it was kind of rough. There was a lot of people saying like get De Boer out. We were one of them. I was like, De Boer.
We have a video. He'll probably show.
I'm not trying to cuss, but like I was like, get that man out of there, bro.
Should Atlanta fire? Remember that video?
Yeah, I remember that. He was like it was good, but also new management. There's a lot of things you need to learn from your players, how to play, how to put them together, where to place them out, things like that. So understandable. And great season and everything. For this game though, man, lazy defense.
Yeah.
Both goals that Toronto made,
same way.
Same
exact. I think it's the same exact side, even though one was on a different half.
Yeah.
It came from the left side. Yeah. So basically Atlanta's right side.
Yeah.
Player comes in, cuts in, shoots. scores.
Yeah.
Same thing. Player comes in, right side, shoots, scores.
Yeah, it's too much space.
And we watched them.
Yeah,
we watched
you give
them do
too
it.
much space.
We just put our hands behind our, because we don't want a handball, of course.
Yeah, or you
we
don't
put
want
our
to foul.
hands. Yeah, or foul. We put our hands behind our back. Cool, but at least step up to the guy.
Yeah.
Step in, go up. But no, we just put our hands back, make sure that we didn't get a handball. But hey, we're not gonna go and pressure the guy.
Yeah, that was bad, bro.
Yeah, and I mean Gusan, as good as he's been this year, and as good as he's been the last couple of years.
Yeah, you couldn't stop those.
He
Those
can't
were
stop
right
everything.
at the corners,
Yeah,
man.
he can't stop.
Both like shots that Toronto made were straight like upper. One was upper 90, and one was like all the way at the bottom right corner. Like, bro, like you can't stop those. Like, I don't care what kind of goalie you are. Like, those are insane shots.
Yeah.
And honestly, that opening that they gave on the second goal, honestly, the second goal pisses me off more than the first goal, because the first goal was kind of like a great shot. Honestly, that was a great shot.
Yep.
The second goal was just...
It could have been avoided.
Yeah, it could have been avoided. They gave him so much space. I'm talking about, like, man, like, my man turned around, like, ran a little bit, got, like, so much opening. You could even see the players, like, just staring there, and it's like, bro, like, how is that even going to happen?
I firmly believe... if Joseph Martinez would have scored that penalty, we would have had a completely different game. Because here's the thing. We've been in games before, even if it's not professional level, but anybody who's ever played soccer, if you're losing by 2-0, your morale is not the same as when it was at 0-0. Everyone knows this as a player. Your morale is basically in the dirt. You're not up there. You're not confident no more. You're losing 2-0. It could have been a different game. It really could have if Joseph would have scored that goal.
Everybody says that too, like, because it would have been a different game. Honestly,
we have to put that psychology into it.
And I think a lot of things went bad too. That's crazy. The penalty, I almost forgot, but that penalty was a crucial factor. And honestly, another thing too is like, I blame the board a little bit. Villalba coming in like super late, like 10 minutes left on the game. Like, that's unacceptable, dude.
Yeah,
like,
Villalba's a super sub. Yeah, for sure.
Villalba's great.
For sure.
Like, honestly, I would have probably put him in a lot earlier, or honestly, I would have had him the whole game. We had Parkhurst in. I get it. It's his last season, things like that. But, like, bro, like, my man had just come off an injury. He was on pain meds. Like, nah, bro. Like, put someone else in. Like,
put someone healthy.
If he's not 100%, why are you going to put him in?
That's
especially on, a semi-final, bro. Like, it is
this
a top-notch
crucial
game. Yeah, like, whichever team wants it, like, the most, like, is going to get it. And, like, the pressure that they're going to put on that game, like, it's not a regular season game. It's like one of the finals. So, like, you want your players to be at their best. And I feel like the board kind of made some decisions as a coach that they really hurt. And then, like, the way the defense played slacked off for like 2 chances. And, both games had similarities. The other team could have won. LAFC could have won. Atlanta United could have won.
Yep.
But it came down to taking your chances, taking advantage of that, and making a goal.
Couldn't have said it better.
Yeah, man. Like, both games were the same thing. Like, honestly, I
know. For Sounders fans, I know they wanted to play Toronto because Atlanta. I'm just gonna be real. Atlanta's scary. Atlanta's scary. We are the champions. We've won virtually everything in MLS this year.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you don't want to play against the reigning champs. I get it. On the other hand, Toronto wanted Sounders to win too. Because, of course, you don't want to beat the new guys on the block, killing everyone, and just literally leaving trails of ash in their awakening. Like LAFC was a force to be reckoned with.
And honestly, I would have kind of, I kind of would have liked that, because it would have been the Bradleys. It would have been Michael Bradley versus his dad.
It's true.
That would have been dope.
That would have been dope.
Honestly, I feel like the final we got is the final that no one really wanted. I'm gonna put it out there. Like, I don't care. I don't care if people say shit. I don't care if you're like a Sounders fan. I don't care if you're a Toronto fan. I'm gonna just put it out there. I feel like a lot of people are not gonna watch this final, just because everybody was expecting an Atlanta United versus LAFC final. Everybody wanted that, bro.
You wanted the reigning champions against the guys who were new on the block, killing the game. Everybody wanted Vela versus Joseph Martinez. Yeah. Everybody wanted that.
That was like the final. I'm pretty sure everybody wanted. That would have been like spicy as hell. And now we got like both of the teams that people wanted out. It kind of leaves a lot, like, I'm not trying to talk smack that, like, Sounders didn't deserve or Toronto didn't deserve. Like, no, it's not like that. It's just people were expecting different things. Like, come on, like even
us.
even if you watch
I'll
the
be honest.
MLS channel on YouTube and stuff like that, the 4 cast members that are on that show, literally all 4 of them voted that
LAFC
was gonna win the whole cup. And guess what happens? Now they look like clowns. We said the same thing.
Yeah.
We thought LAFC was gonna take the cup.
We did.
Because, dude, why wouldn't you vote for them?
Yeah.
They had everything.
They
had
looked
a
like
crazy
Atlanta.
season. They looked insane.
They look like Atlanta, like from last year. They look like, all right, these are the new guys. I don't know. They got Vela.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
But it just goes to show, can't sleep.
No.
Yo.
At the end of the day, I feel
Sounders have that experience, man.
Yeah. I just feel like, I was going to get down to that. Sounders Toronto have experience in this cup. They are experienced in their conferences. They're experienced in these playoff games.
Yeah.
Atlanta, our first season wasn't that great. We faced Toronto. We lost to Toronto. Next year we beat Red Bulls. We went to the final. Now we face Toronto again. We lost to them. Toronto just has that experience on our side. They do. They have that experience. They had Jovenko, and they've had endless amount of great seasons with him, and I know he's boosted the team up. I don't know where he's at right. I'm not sure if he's still playing with him.
I didn't see him, so I don't know if he's still playing.
I'm not 100% sure with him, but and Seattle Sounders, exact same. They had Dempsey. Dempsey took them to the finals. Dempsey was one of the reasons why they went to the finals.
Yo, honestly, Sounders was a main reason why I even enjoyed the MLS before.
Yeah.
I love Sounders.
Yeah, he was a Sounders fan before anything.
Yeah, before Atlanta had their own team, I loved the Sounders. They were a great team. And they weren't like, the biggest team. They were just a team. Like they were just nice. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't the team everybody. LA Galaxy was, America's team kind of.
Yeah.
Like they were the one that like everybody wanted. But Sounders was just like the chill dudes. Like you know, like just being out there, having fun, having good seasons and stuff like that. And like, dude, I'm glad to see them in the end, which is crazy. Like, whoa, like Seattle Sounders at the end. But I would have loved the Atlanta United Sounder final. That would have been my final. I thought that was gonna be sick, and I felt like it was gonna be that way. But Toronto I
had to be honest. I wanted the final to be Atlanta versus LA because personally, it hits home for me because, I was born in LA. I've lived out there for a little bit. And, I know a little bit of the culture, but Atlanta is where my heart is because I was raised here. So, it would have been nice, because I got cousins and stuff, family members who are LAFC fans and stuff. And, me being from Atlanta and it would have just been nice. And on top of that, just the level that these two teams have brought. And we've talked about it like time and time again. LAFC, Atlanta United, has brought a new face to MLS.
Yeah.
We don't depend on veterans.
Yeah.
Vela's not a veteran. Hear me right. He is not a veteran. He's 28, 27 years old at the peak of his career. We did not bring any veteran into this, and yet we've come out on top in the MLS. Yeah. So if these two teams bring in these new players, how old is he?
30.
30. Okay, 30 years old.
He's at his prime.
Prime. Yeah. These players came in unexperienced in MLS, brand new squad, brand new everything, and shown out in their first or second year. This should be an example to all the MLS teams out there.
Yeah. And honestly, dude, this was, put your thoughts down in the comments, but this was, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can agree with me on this, one of the most exciting playoffs in the MLS ever.
For me, yeah.
Like, honestly,
Has to be.
Yo, it was entertaining as hell. Like, the most unexpected things happened. We're looking like a BPL league. We're looking like there's no set ruler of this league. Like, anybody could win it. There's so many, like, different ways of doing it.
Yeah.
I even kind of enjoy that, like, the finals are so fast, man. It's like 3 games. Like, boom, you're at the final.
Done.
Like, done.
No waiting.
And it's, like, right there, like, 2-3 weeks. Boom, 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 done. Like,
watch out.
And honestly,
America's coming up.
Yeah, and it was an amazing season. It was so entertaining, man. Like, this MLS, the only thing that would have made it better is that if either Atlanta or LAFC was in the final,
America,
a little bit better. It's still good.
ATL,
but I'm pretty sure a lot of people are like pretty down about the final that's gonna be now. And I guess it's a rematch. It's a rematch for Sounders too.
It's a rematch.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to it. Toronto versus Sounders.
What do you guys think? Yeah, for real. I don't even know. I'm gonna go with Sounders. Just just because I'm a big Sounders fan. Beforehand, I was a big Sounders fan beforehand. I love what they are as a team. They got the leading man Rilas.
If I had to be honest,
South American.
I might have to go with Sounders too because Altidor's out. Even though, Altidor's out. Yeah, he was there. He was celebrating with them.
Yeah, that too. Altidor
he's part of the team, but he's out.
Altidor would have been a great asset definitely for Toronto.
But I'm gonna give it to the Peruvian striker in Sounders because man, he's I want to check his stats. What's his name?
Rios.
Yeah, because I know I've been, of course, MLS on YouTube has been talking a lot about him. And he's been having a great season. How much?
29, 5'7", my boy Peruvian.
How many goals did he have this year? That says right there. 14 goals.
Yeah, he's straight.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's a good
solid.
So we have Raul, who's he's gonna be a big factor for Sounders.
Yeah,
and I think he scored. He scored 2 goals in the last game. So if he comes up in the final, shoot. Hey.
And honestly,
again, shout out to my
Sounders played so strong, man. Like they shut down Vela and all them. Like, easy.
If you can shut down LAFC, you can pretty much win.
You can shut down anybody, like for sure. And like, it would be like it'll be redemption for them as well. So I think a redemption story is like really cool.
I think Sounders might take it then.
And I go behind Sounders, but that's a little biased. That's a little because I kind of like Sounders a lot more than Toronto.
I'm the unbiased here.
And honestly, let's keep it in the United States. Like we already had Toronto win it for the NBA, and now Toronto's gonna win it for like the MLS Cup too. Like bro. Like
we're
Canada,
good.
You need to chill out.
Canada, that's true.
Stay home, mate.
That's right. America.
Yeah, bro. Like you ain't even for the United States, bro. What are you doing?
But overall, I believe Sounders is gonna do it. Raul, I feel like he's gonna step up. Peru has had a year, and him being part of that team, I feel like he's gonna go all out. That's what I believe. Yeah. So guys, comment below. Seattle Sounders versus Toronto FC. Who is gonna win the MLS Cup this year?
Yep.
Who is going to be the new champion? Well, not new, but who's going to be champion again? So
it is new champion.
New champion of the year, but they've been champion before.
Yeah, but it's new champs. Either way, because it's not going to be Atlanta no more.
So who's Atlanta going to take down next year, basically? So comment below. Comment below. Let us know. Like, comment, and subscribe. What do you think about the podcast? What do you think about the new setup?
Yeah, the new setup. What's up?
How you liking it?
Yep.
How we looking?
How we sounding?
Boy, we the Sounders. Anyways, it's your boy John, Ellie in the mix.
Yep.
And guys, this is the Rundown, baby.
Facts.
We out.